Hey everyone, welcome back. It is the end of the year and we are welcoming in 2020. I hope everyone had a really great holiday, and today I wanted to celebrate the beginning of a new year by going over my top 10 moments of 2019. We've had scams, we've had shows, we've had copyright strikes, so today we're going to go through my top 10 moments with a little bit of help. 2020. I have a sticky note that I wrote down beforehand of my list of my top 10 moments, and let's get into it because I really don't drink that often and I don't know what the end of this video is going to look like. So, my top 10 moments in no particular order. My number one moment of 2019 was making my channel. I know, I'll get sappy here for a second and then we'll move past. I swear the other ones are not like this. Back when I started my channel over the summer, I really had no anticipation of anything that was going to happen. I was starting it for fun. I just wanted to film, I wanted to edit, I wanted to talk about what I wanted to talk about, and I really had no expectation that anybody was going to subscribe to me at all. That really wasn't my guess. I really didn't think that was going to happen at all. What I'm trying to say is when I started my channel, I really had no anticipation or guess of what this was going to look like. I really wasn't sure. And I just feel so lucky and grateful that people even want to watch my videos or like want to see them or even subscribe to me. Like that blows my mind on the daily that people do that. So I'm really grateful for everyone here. And I just want to say thank you so much for even subscribing, for commenting, for viewing my video, liking or disliking, like that's cool too, but I just want to say a really big thank you, and I couldn't do any of this literally without any of you. I never really had any expectations about what my channel was going to look like when I made it, but even with that being said, all of you have completely, like so completely exceeded my expectations that I didn't even have. So, with that, I really truly want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you. I can't say how much I appreciate you. Cheers to that. Oh boy. My second top moment of 2019 was Amber's live stream comeback. So we all know that moment when Amber decided to hop on Instagram and everyone went into a tizzy because she really hasn't live streamed in a very long time. At the moment that she posted this live stream, she was really at a new influx of subscribers. There were people visiting her channel that were new. There was a lot of new outward momentum towards her channel in the comment section, in the like and dislike ratio, and everything really was looking positive on her channel. And then she hit us with a 1-2 punch and said, "You remember when I live stream everybody? We're gonna do that now." I feel like it was just like this bucket of ice thrown on to everything that was happening and kind of shocked everyone and was like, oh yeah, we're still doing this. This hasn't changed. Even though all of her videos are published and up, this is still here. I put this on my top 10 list because I feel like it really shook the community and it really started this wave of drama. She really talked about a lot of reaction channels. A lot of people were discussing it, people reacted to it, and it was just, it was a thing. My third top moment of 2019 is when Chantel or Foodie Beauty took over Life by Jen's channel and Jen was not having it. There has been a common theme for Chantel where she will go onto other creators' pages, normally who are smaller, and she will comment and she will take up so much space in the comment section and really essentially run it. She'll comment something and you'll see underneath that there is such an amount of comments in return. There's a conversation back and forth and Chantel is ready to have that conversation. Like it seems as if she perhaps sits there and refreshes the page and then is just continuing to answer. This has happened multiple times. I remember once in a video and then on a community tab post or a few community tab posts, but this is continuous behavior from Chantel. Life by Jen essentially saw right through this. She was not having it. She made a whole community tab post about it. She addressed it in a video and it was not to be had. I honestly thought Life by Jen's response was completely epic. I loved it. It's one of my top moments. I remember reading everything that she was saying and I was like, my gosh, like damn. I know there's a lot happening with Life by Jen in her 2020 New Year. I do plan on making a video about it. I'm just not there yet. I might film it tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure, but there is a video coming soon about all of that. My number 4 moment of 2019 is Destiny and Dana's resurfacing in Amber's vlogs. Destiny and Dana returning is like the story arc that my heart has always hoped for. Everyone always jokes about how Destiny is the one that got away in Amber's heart, and honestly, Destiny is the one that got away in my Amberverse heart. Both of them are here, they're doing the thing, they're hanging out, they're getting some toiletries bought for them, maybe they'll get some Christmas presents, but they're all here and doing the thing. Destiny and Dana are deciding to move to Kentucky, so I am so excited to see where all of this is going to take us in 2020. I love when they're in the vlogs. I think it adds such a fun factor. I feel like it's just all, it's the perfect storm. We've all been talking about when's this new era in the Amberverse starting, and I think Destiny and Dana moving back is a beginning catalyst for everything that may perhaps happen. And I love how the dynamics just switch instantly when Destiny and Dana come into the picture. Whatever dynamics were there before, you can throw it out the door. Destiny and Dana are here, and I am very excited to see more of them in all of the vlogs. My number 5 top moment for 2019 is the Slayton sisters getting their show on TLC. This is honestly one of my more happier moments from this list. I am so excited for the Slayton sisters to be on TLC. I think this is completely epic. I knew we were all guessing that they were going to be on a TLC show, but none of us would think that they would turn around and have their own entire show dedicated to them. I am so excited to watch. I am here for it. I am so excited to see what's going to happen, and it's just so classic. Their personalities playing off of each other and how they're talking, and just the trailer in itself was so good. I am so excited to see everything that's going to happen. I wish the Slayton sisters nothing but the best on their journey. I want them to succeed. I'm excited to watch all of it. I'm excited to see the little dramas that unfold. And honestly, congrats on nailing a TLC show. That's great. How am I literally only on number 5? I'm literally only on number 5. My number 6 top moment for 2019 is the GoFundMe scam. I'm gonna need a new glass for this. GoFundMe scam. This was a garbage fire. The GoFundMe scam was perhaps the biggest garbage fire of 2019. This was a classic case of Amber saying something, putting a video up, and then taking it down and really having no ownership over anything. Straight from the GoFundMe page itself, people were very skeptical about what was happening, about the information that was being relayed to them, and everyone just seemed slightly dishonest throughout the entire process. And to nobody's surprise, this blew up. People were pointing out the contradictions throughout this entire saga. We started with Becky's mother's friends commenting on people's videos, and then it turns out she was actually a hater to begin with that friended Becky's mother, and then Becky's mother's GoFundMe page was just riddled with contradictions that people were not understanding and were very skeptical about. Then we had somebody's mom come out on Kiwi Farms and talk about everything that was happening, and they were verified on Kiwi Farms, and how Becky's mom kicked her out or something like that. I can't remember right now. It was wild. And nobody really ended up getting any closure about any of this. I remember she took her video down, and then she posted her rotisserie chicken video, and then came back with an update video, and there was no ownership ever taken throughout this entire process. The excuse that Amber used was that she was told exactly what she said, so she's not really liable for anything that was happening. And I feel like this was just a classic testament of you can say sorry. The GoFundMe scam is probably going to be one of the more infamous moments throughout Amber's YouTube career. I feel like there are big moments, and I feel like this one is going to stick, and it's not going to be good. Number 7 is Amy Slayton's parody of Amberlynn. Nobody knew what we were getting when we were blessed with this parody. Amy Slayton was here and she was ready to make this parody. She had chokers on deck. She She had props. She was pulling out sayings. She was being aesthetically pleasing throughout all of this. And this was one of my favorite moments of 2019. I remember after Amy put this up, Amber addressed it, I think in either a Snapchat or an Instagram story, or nah, I don't think she had Twitter at the time, but on one of those, and she was like, I'm gonna be better than that and not talk about it. And it was just so like reminiscent of like the classic dynamic the two had, because Amber really used to come down hard on Amy and talk about Amy in her videos, and they would really go back and forth. So this was just great. It was like reliving the old days. Especially since now we know that when Amy put out this video, she either was about to be on a TLC show or she was on a TLC show. So Amy herself made this parody knowing that she was rocking it. She made this parody being like, I'm gonna be on a TLC show and I'm doing a parody of you, Amber. I feel like I'm very pro Slayton Sisters nowadays, and I just feel like it's right. I feel like it's right. Number 8 is Chantel's holier than thou phase. Chantel had this phase where she was going around on a lot of reaction channels, videos, and commenting underneath saying that they had a holier than thou attitude. I believe one of the people she actually did this a lot to was Charlie Gold, because Charlie Gold was making a lot of videos about Chantel at the time. I think like maybe 2 or 3, and Chantel was really putting that rhetoric out there. She also did this to some smaller channels, and it was really an interesting choice because the choice of words really tried to establish herself as this like power dynamic and as this like Joan of Arc character where she's like holier than thou and like really was like taking upon this quest. I feel like it was a really interesting phrase to take up, and it did leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. I'm not sure if she's still using the phrase, but I feel like she could express why she's upset in a perhaps different way. I feel like I would be more apt to listen to somebody's grievances if they weren't using the same rhetoric from video to video. Like if you go onto everyone's video and say that you have a holier than thou attitude, then it's like, well, does everyone have a holier than thou attitude, or is this tailored? Like, what are you trying to get at? I feel like if you have something to say, it's probably easier to not stick to the same phrase. But honestly, I'm like 4 drinks in and I really can't give advice now, so. Number 9. Number 9 is when Life by Gen X or Gene came into Jen's life physically. They were dating beforehand online, but now he's here, for real, in person. This is a top moment for me because in the same way that Amber goes through phases or eras, this is a new era for Jen's channel. When Gene came into the picture throughout videos, a lot of Jen's fan base was very concerned and very worried and left comments under her videos, which Jen promptly deleted, and she was beginning to block people like crazy. People were concerned about Gene's behavior and they were worried about Jen and the position that she may perhaps be in, and it really sparked this whole entire interesting dynamic between Jen's viewership and Gene. Gene ended up making his own channel, which a good amount of people did subscribe to, and it's really split right now. I feel like there are some people in Jen's community that are very pro-Gene, and there are some people in Jen's community that are very anti-Gene. It's really back and forth, and I feel like this is something that she may have not accounted for. I feel like she may have thought people would have been very okay with him coming on her channel, and not saying that they're not. I feel like it's more so the dynamic is completely changing. Like when you have another person on screen with somebody else, it's a completely different thing. Like if I had somebody here talking with me, it would be completely different from me just talking to the camera or to you watching, you know what I mean? So I feel like the difference of dynamic wasn't accounted for, and it left both of them shocked. I'm so impressed that I was able to convey all of that in one sentence. So Gene has ended up making his own channel. Jen has her regular channel, Life by Jen, and the two are creating their collab channel, dating channel. It's both of them together. Both of them are going to be on the channel, And on their separate channels, you won't see either of them, or you'll see minimal of them, I assume. And then the collab channel, it will be them together. My worry with all of this is that I feel like some channels may be neglected, and I feel like that would be kind of sad for everyone who's followed Jen's channel, Life by Jen, and then that channel be a little bit neglected. I'm not sure if that will happen because none of that has happened yet, and I really hope that it doesn't. I just foresee that as a possible issue that I don't want to come of this. Don't want to come of this. My final moment, number 10. Number 10 is when Amber quit YouTube and then came back in less than 24 hours. This moment was from the 100 days of uploading, and it sounds like it would perhaps be the end, but just kidding, LOL, no it's not. This moment in the 100 days of uploading, Amber said that she could not do this anymore. She was going to quit YouTube. It was better for her. It was better for her mental health, and she just needed to be offline. People were worried. Her video was very shocking. It is still up, and on the video, if you click, YouTube put a content warning for some people because it may perhaps be triggering. So this video comes up and people are very concerned about Amber, but she comes back the very next day with a video called I'm Back. The problem with the 100 days of uploading was that for the majority of this time, Amber was significantly ahead in videos. Amber was posting videos that she filmed at least a month ago. So she was filming back in July as an example. I'm not sure if she was actually filming in July. The dates escape me. And then she was posting it in August. The thing that rubbed me the wrong way in all of that regard was that she would put up videos that talked about emergency room visits and hinted at very serious topics, and then she would splice in between those days videos that were just filler videos, and you could tell were not in the actual timeline. So she would talk about going to the doctor the next day, but then the next two videos or about her reacting to James Charles, and then just another random video. So she was creating this narrative about what was happening and really amping up health scares and clickbaiting, all of these things that felt a little bit inappropriate to me personally. So when she said that she was quitting YouTube and then came back the very next day, it did leave a bad taste in my mouth. My reason for this being is that behind the scenes, Amber was able to live this timeline organically as it was naturally happening, but to us, the videos she was publishing, that was the timeline we were allowed to go through and we were allowed to process. So when she puts out a video saying she's leaving YouTube and then comes back the very next day, she was allowed to organically live those 3 weeks and have a break from filming. However, we as the viewer were not able to have that break. We were really abruptly given this new video, and it was very shocking to see the difference between the two. To hear someone say such shocking and serious things and then to turn around and be like, I'm back in less than 24 hours was really a lot for a lot of people. It really was end for some people. People were like, I can't do this anymore, because it seemed disingenuous and it seemed like all of this was just a clickbait. So those are my top 10 moments of 2019. I'm curious if any of you have any other top 10 moments. If you do, put them in the comments below. I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks. I hope everyone has a really great New Year's and is able to enjoy whatever you will be doing. And as I said in point 1 of my top 10 list, honestly and truthfully, thank you to everybody who has ever viewed my video, liked, subscribed, disliked, commented, or anything of the sort. I really appreciate it. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm gonna go because I really can't hold my alcohol at all, even though I'm literally a full-grown adult. I can't. Good thing I have makeup on, because if I didn't, my face would be bright as a cherry tomato. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye! Cheers to 2020!